Welcome to Satsang. A quiet mind. Let's speak of a quiet mind. A quiet mind is search when one is too agitated and too unsatisfied, so he wants to know something else than the agitation, the suffering. So if he goes to Satsang, he will hear, go back from where your mind comes from. And by the time one will know more and more what is a mind. Everything what you can describe is mind. Everything you experience, everything you feel, everything you know is mind. So, probably, surely there are many qualities of starting to be quiet, starting to follow the direction from where everything you identified before with, or everything you thought was real, you go back from where it comes from. And being at the source of it gives you a quiet mind. You are not grasping for a while the object of before. So that's a big relief in the journey of the seeker. But as it is a state, it will not be permanent. And you can never make it permanent. So there is another advice from here. Keep quiet. Which doesn't look at all the same. Which looks the same, which is not at all the same. Keep quiet. So what does it mean here? You keep quiet when you are in a quiet mind. Not to grasp even this quiet state. Keep quiet. Don't think that the quiet mind is more real than who you are. To realize who you are, keep quiet. In other words, don't grasp anything. Or don't go into meditation. Don't enter into thinking. And that has to come to you at once. You see, some free being, they say, when I feel hot, I feel hot. Some other, they say, they are more from Japanese influence. Indian influence would say, When I feel hot, I don't feel hot. The body and the mind feels hot. I'm not the body and the mind, so I don't feel hot. But the wise man will say, when I feel hot, and when I don't feel hot, it's still not that. You can't think about who you are. You can't grasp it. So stop mentation. Stop thinking. In the sense of not stop thinking for a while, but boycott the so-called route that which looks like tyrannic to you. This mind. Boycott. You will never find an escape through the mind. Even through the quiet mind. So, meditations, practices may bring you to the state of quietness, even to a state of witness. And then what? Did you realize yourself? Can't. Because it is still in the mind and it is the result of a practice, so it assumed you were not there now. You were not yourself before practicing. That can't be. Now, don't try to understand much this too. You have to be clear, because otherwise you will develop, dear Masumi, and as many of us, the idea of permanency. I am always myself. Equal permanency. So you use again, you trust more the understanding of your mind. Permanency is more real than impermanency. Again in the mind, instead of no mentation, and every now is that. Every now you are here. Not right to say always. Every now you are here. So, if it is not clear, to me it looks clear, but if it is not clear, please ask me, it's an important point. Or you have some other question regarding realizing yourself. Welcome, this is Satsang. Welcome. Don't feel shy, because you see, it's your right to ask if there is still this there, or to share what you think it is the essential in you. Yeah.
Can you compare the moving mind and the quiet mind to the fan? The fan moving.
Okay, let me see. It's very agitated. It is going back to its source. Correct. I alone, if it can be, it's not alone, it's just I am quiet. I'm quiet. So of course, the way he knows, the direction is, oops, again agitation, again quiet if you like. But what one doesn't understand, it's that it will not be about I, even if it is quiet, but it will be about the one who can watch everything.
The shaker, the fan.
Yeah, you know very well that you are agitated, and you know very well that you are quiet. Who is that one? You. Who you really are is that one. So don't call it a witness. It would be reducing.
Yeah.
It's just who you are. Don't try to see more than that. Now there is a paradox.
But wait, you can't know it. You can't know it. You can't experience it or see it.
Who you are.
Yeah.
You know it very well, and you don't know.
Okay.
You know it very well through realization. I don't know which means it is. It's self-revealed. It reveals itself. And you don't know it because your mind cannot go there. That's why it's not correct to say, I don't know who am I, if you are realized, or only I know who am I. It's impossible. You have to speak in paradox, but not as a trick, not as a practice, of course. One has to just naturally see that it's the way it will be spoken.
Then if it reveals itself,
yes,
isn't that's going to be then an experience? The only way.
Self-realization is not an experience because it's in split second, means not even in time, and it doesn't repeat itself. So it's not in time, and yet you cannot assume just after, oh, I am so in the absolute, in the no time and the no space. I would not do that mistake, because then the mind grasps again something. So I don't know what to say better than self-realized. It is self-realized. You know it at that time. If you don't know it, it didn't happen. It's very clear. Now, I said also there is a paradox, because if you have a life, so in all I say, so that you are agitated or quiet is the same in the nature of it. But in reality, you have to try to go back to the source. If there is still something you see, you have to go back from where all this comes from. As much as possible, doesn't matter how much, as much as you remember, in order to diminish the so-called power or the tyranny of the habits. Habits which made you believe, I am the body, I am born, I am the mind, and the habit of grasping, always grasping. A thought, an idea, an experience, a feeling. So this self-inquiry, which says don't make effort, don't make practice, is worse than practices, the efforts for practice. It is much more challenging.
Well, what's more challenging?
Not
practice?
To go into grasping, to try to keep quiet. When you are at the source, naturally you keep quiet. But you have to ungrasp yourself, unhook And for some reason, it's sometimes very simple, very easy, and sometimes not.
Any effort is going to take. Well, it can't take you away.
What did you say?
Just about making effort.
Yeah, effort means a counter effort. Effort always brings you out, or in. Here I ask you to go to the source of the in and out, from where everything rises, where everything ends, disappears. Be at the source. There, quiet mind, quiet eye for a time. Then if you can see that you are a quiet eye, are you a quiet eye? If you can see, if you can experience.
No, because sometimes I'm trying to be quiet, but then, it's not really.
Yeah, yeah. Then try next. Or just realize at that time that who is knowing always what's going on? What is it? Who can watch I? Can you deny that there is something which watches I when you are there, when you are in that investigation?
No, there has to be something there. I don't know what but I can't go there.
No, but it's there.
I can't.
Try and tell me. You do it and tell me.
No,
a bit more.
Can't go.
The mind can't go there. I said that, yes, right?
Yeah.
The mind can't go there.
Yeah.
So what could it be? God?
God.
What could it be?
No, that. Okay.
Okay. Let's drop it. Let's drop it.
Please, could you give an example how it works? Go back to the source. What does it concrete mean?
Yeah, okay.
In a situation, what does it mean?
Yeah, okay. Give me a situation of yours just now, whatever it is, where you are taken or where you feel identified with. Whatever.
Whatever. Just maybe I'm angry about.
Yeah, okay.
That's
about the present.
About the person.
What
he says.
Okay. I am angry about the person. Sure. So, what is the object of the anger? The person. It's because the person is there that whatever he did or said, you felt angry. Yes? Okay. Now, to go back to the source means drop the person. I am angry with the person. Drop in the sentence even the person. You are left with I am angry. Now, if the person is not there, the anger can disappear. It may take some time, but so you can drop the anger.
But maybe it's
too quick. You drop the anger. No, but you have to do it, me.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are you now? Let's do it back, or you are at the anger or at the person? Now, where are you?
If I drop the person, there's still maybe what he said, or
Okay, okay, but then it becomes an object.
Yes.
Okay, I would like that you are freed from the object which is tyrannic on you. So just for now, if you like, you can take it back in 2 minutes. But just for now, drop what he says. So if there is no object for your anger, drop your anger. So I am angry with a person. No, I am angry. No, I am. I am. Stay there as much as you can, and when it's not like this, you tell me. Not like this, you tell me. Be quick, huh?
Yeah, I can stay with that.
Yeah, and when it's not like this, you tell me. That is to go back to the source. And even you can make it shorter. You can drop am. You are left with I.
I. But I whatever it is.
Yeah, sure. And when there is something more than that, you tell me. That's to go back to the source. You tell me, yeah?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, it was for me just to understand the way how to work with it. I didn't have to really...
Yeah, but do better than understanding, get an experience.
Yes, I'll try. Next situation I will try that.
Ganga,
Yes.
I want to drop something. It's the idea not to be on the right place.
Well, you are not obliged to be in the right place here, huh?
No, it's not to be here. It's in my life.
Anywhere, okay.
Living.
Okay. Maybe it's right. I will not make it drop you that. So now you accept that what's going on. A big problem?
No.
Ah ben oui, tu les as oubliés. Va à la toilette prendre. Ici, tu vas. Ah oui, là-bas. So you see, it's a kind of fascination. Whatever you will say, you can accept or reject. After acceptance, again it will come and you don't want it. So don't worry about places, about location. But ask then, are you born that you are busy with locations? Are you born?
I can't remember.
The calendar remembers. So the investigation is that. It's a big question, of course. It's just to throw you where you really are, regardless of your birth of a body, I, your life located here and there in a wrong way or not, and the death. So be more busy with that. Why have you been born, first of all? Because you believed it, because you wanted to fulfill something. You wanted to fulfill, to be in the wrong place. To ask a better question. Who am I? It's not those who will be too happy that will search, who am I?
I want to ask you a question.
Yes, please.
Asking this question means the purpose. I thought about the purpose of asking this question.
Okay.
Is probably because I want to understand.
Yes.
Number one, and number two, I want to grasp some kind of method of how to get to self-realization.
Okay,
And then,
ask.
It's okay to ask.
It's okay to ask. You will see. You will see. Please ask. I'm sorry.
You told me that one day your shakti just disappeared.
Yes, yes.
And I've been thinking about this.
Yeah, I said that to you.
Yeah. And I've been asking about, and I have many hypotheses, theories about it. One is that you saw the futility of it in the way it affects your students.
Yeah.
And you gave it up. And number two.
It's not this one. Continue.
I forgot the number two.
The most essential one. It's not the first one.
But I was asking for the answer to this puzzle of why it happened to you like that. And then, the words implosion, explosion started coming to me. I hear it. People tell me these words. So, and I started thinking about it. Has it got anything to do with all this? Because, explosion means the energy goes outside, laughing and crying, and, people become radiant and happy, and they think they've had some kind of experience of enlightenment, right?
Yeah, sure, right.
But implosive means very quiet, very quiet. And if maybe it can go either way, this way, explosively to outside, or implosively to inside. And when it goes inside, it's like a lens that collects all the sun's ray that goes through this lens to inside somewhere, this energy. Instead of leaking, it goes inside somewhere.
Okay, dear. Okay.
So maybe, this is, I don't know why it dropped for you naturally, but it got me thinking. And that's why I got to, maybe being inside is good, implosive is good.
Yeah, but you see, I hinted that to you also because you went to a path of Shakti. Shakti path. You have known that path, you see. But you see, all what you expressed is acceptable. There are waves of experiences where it is expressed, and there are waves when you are deeper in yourself, where it is implosive, as you say. Okay, but it happens to whom all that? To whom it happens all that? Let's be very objective.
To this body.
Yes.
It happens to this body.
It still happened to somebody.
Yes,
to
physical
somebody.
And energetic body.
Man,
It happens in the energetic body. I'm talking about energetic body.
Yes, but all that is in the mind. All that is in the mind of somebody. So this Shakti part or this energy part gives exploration, an exploration of your potential, of somebody, of you, as I, yeah. But even if you have a full rainbow expressed or impressed, the somebody has not been questioned nor shaken. You are somebody having attained the 100% of, let's say, Shakti. You have Shakti, let it be in any expression. But I who has this explored mind has not been touched. And it is the root cause of samsara. The root cause of pleasure and pain. The root cause of illusory reality. Created by whom? From who you are, this illusory reality shows itself for a while, withdraw again. And I is into that rising. So why should we lose years of efforts for attainments which have to be forgotten or withdrawn or ungrasped, let's say ungrasped, in order to be freed from I having attained anything? This is the part of self-inquiry. Now, here everybody is free to choose. I prefer to attain something, or I prefer to know who I am. Let it be. If it has the price is, let it be if the price is, to not to care about I, to unglue this so-called I. This is a personal demand, search, but I touch only the one of self-inquiry. You see, because I have seen that the root cause of unsatisfaction, real deep unsatisfaction, which gives not bliss all the time, is because I is there. I gluing at something. So let us see, let us realize that I am not even this I. You see it, at once it is enough. And after, keep quiet and keep quiet and keep quiet up to the end of your breath, if necessary. Sometimes it happens before, to be even freed from that. That's all. That is what the masters in the line of Ramana Maharishi and Papaji tells us. Is it clear?
Freed from I.
Yes.
Yes. You are guiding her to I, but you are saying that
No.
to be
I
free
guide
from
I. It depends. Sometimes I touches this root, be at least in I. I cannot stay alone for a long time. It has to glue at something or it will disappear. So, otherwise there is no satsang. Huh? Satsang is to touch that point. Or to make it clear that everything comes from there. It's not because you will be the most blossomed I that you will be an inch nearer realization. Because in realization, who is there? Yeah.
Ganga, with you, this blossoming period with the shaktis,
It was not a blossoming period. It was just a consequence of something. That's why it was not there before. It came. I was bathing in it and affecting everybody. And then it went. I woke up and it went.
yeah.
So, no need of speaking of it.
I'm just curious about it because, as I heard, it happened after your realization.
It can come at any time. Shakti can come at any time. Before, after. Doesn't matter. I will surely not insist on Shakti. Welcome to Satsang. Oups. Il y a de la place là. C'est chaud, hein. Voilà. So, you introduce Satsang in your young life, just to maybe in your life you may ask, but am I this body? Am I this thinking? Am I this name? And then you will search many answers, but I give you already a very precious direction. Don't stay in any answer, because who you really are is already here in you. The only thing is that you look at what your mind or body says, and then you think you are this and that. So, be freed from thinking that you are this and that. You are yourself. You don't know what it is, but you are it. And don't believe your mind when it will speak about it. That's very precious. You will know it more and more. For that, we dedicate half a minute. Closed eyes, go deep in your heart. Very good. Oh. Very hot. Huh? So, it was sad. Oh, thank you. With two hands, like. Oops. Clever. Thank you. Thank you. Ta bouteille d'eau. Tu peux partager avec ton frère. Partager. In satsang, I always, better than to go to some high state, first clear up your doubts or your unclarity, isn't it? That's much better. Otherwise, you go and have company with snakes. It's better to get rid of doubts or unclarity, because here you have the occasion maybe to clear them up. And then, anyway, you will be quiet by yourself at some point. So don't try to meditate in satsang, just see if there is any impediments. What makes you believe that you are not that?
Ganga?
Yes.
What you spoke in the beginning is completely what I experienced.
I don't remember what was it.
When you spoke about the permanent, that you
Yeah.
cannot be permanent, and about the quiet mind, and the last exchange, I never saw things so clearly. It was really such a.
But you are lucky. What do you mean? It's good.
Because
Okay, be there then. Try not to make something.
when you speak about this permanency, because I was touched so deep that I saw everything, including the eye as an object. It was out of.
Yes.
It was out of what I always am. I was really experiencing this.
Okay.
And I always, I go to the beginning of any experience. I go and I see that nothing exists, because only when I think, then everything springs.
Right.
I don't want, and how precious it is, I see that. But I know when you speak about permanency.
Impermanency or permanency, yes.
I think there is something which I want.
But what? What is this something?
I don't want to go with what appears.
You don't want to go with what appears?
But when it comes,
Then?
I don't know how to express it, but after this strong experience,
Yes.
with what I went, I asked myself,
Yeah.
what fascinated me?
Yeah.
Then when everything comes back again, then I feel it should not be there. It's
You cannot oblige yourself not to express itself, isn't it? But when it appeared, where do you go back after when it appeared? When something was there, a movie, okay. When it's over, where do you go back?
To nothing.
To nothing or to what you told first?
It's also this and also that. Sometimes I go when I'm in nothing. It's okay. Then it's not. But and then if I go with this, then I'm not in nothing. But it's
okay. But you go back naturally to nothing.
No, I do.
Okay, do it again. Do it every time. When you see it, do it every time. Better, because you have seen that it's because your eye grasped anything, that there is a cycle. The cycle starts and takes some time to vanish. But if you make if you go back where you never live, in fact, but if you go back from where it comes from, again and again, whatever happens may not have the impact you have now. That's what I say. It may diminish the so-called power, the tyranny of it. Yeah? Can I ask you, why you do that? Because you feel it should not happen. You feel that the agitation should not happen. You see, if you work on that, you will not be successful. Go back, don't care if it was, go back from where it came from. So you may be in a quiet state. And as I say, at a certain point, this difference, this impact of agitation will lose its impact. Not in working that it should not be there. It will always be there as long as this body lives. Or you go to the path of detachment, but then you will not free yourself. You will be a detached somebody.
What is my problem? What is my
to keep the idea that it should not be there. Don't care, but go back from where it comes from. The emphasis should be that, not the lamentation that it should not be there, or I'm not happy there. Go back from where it comes from, again and again, without judgments. Yes,
I also would like to speak.
Yes, sure.
About this quiet mind, because
nowadays
I can say it comes natural to me, and I don't do effort, like easily in the satsang, but also without putting the satsang. But I know this is also my mind, that I feel I don't want to be comfortable in that place. But I hear also that what I can do only to keep quiet also in this quiet mind. But I explore this maybe because
of course
you can shock this, or I don't know, like because I know what is the goal. I don't know what is the goal. Like,
now
quiet mind.
But then who is the one who sees the quiet mind and can have such a study about the quiet mind? Who is it?
I cannot grasp it.
You cannot grasp it. it looks very much that it's probably who you really are then, if you cannot grasp.
Yes. But some unsatisfaction is there because...
What? Answer?
Unsatisfaction.
Yes, yes. Yeah, because you don't listen to what I say. I repeat. Who is the one who sees that quiet mind and who knows all what you describe to me? What is this? You don't know. You can't grasp. So I said to you, who you really are, you can never grasp. You can never grasp.
Yeah.
So who you really are is that. Doesn't click because you want to hear your mind.
I don't want to hear, but it's...
Yeah, but we will do it a few times.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Because I also understand that my mind wants to understand it and what I want to experience it. So I
keep quiet,
keep quiet, keep quiet,
keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet, keep quiet.
Not about that mystification, anything.
I know. That's right. So why don't you hear me? The object of your search was to realize who you are, yeah? Who you are, you will never know it. Your mind will never know it because it cannot grasp it. On top of it, when you want just to be without being agitated by something, it's always there. So why don't you hear, this is who you are. You have not to search. Okay, then keep quiet more.
Yes.
Keep quiet. You keep quiet, but you search. So keep quiet more, better. You should not search when you keep quiet.
Ganga,
Who are you? Yes.
can I ask you one question?
Please.
What is the relation between this, who I am, whoever it is, I cannot grasp it, and my body? Because, for me, sometimes I go very much the way through the body, so I try to feel my body to be in the here and now. And maybe you can say something about this relation between this self or whatever it is, or the one
Okay. Will you ask a rose, what is the relation between the perfume and the rose? Is there any common sense to ask this question? You see, this appearance of body and mind is just yourself. It's yourself in this way. But in order to realize who you really are, you have to discard all what you thought to be. And you think very much you are the body and the mind. So this you have to demystify, because whatever I describe cannot be. I can describe this because I'm not it. Like that, including the I, you see. So, I don't reply to this question.
But if the body dies, I'm still there. I'm still here, somewhere.
I have not that experience. I have the experience of now. But when you die, it's also now. So it's an event. Whatever is an event you see, you can describe it. It happens to someone. It happens to the one who was born, who lived and who is dying. But for some reason you realized in this lifetime, maybe, that you are not only that. So nothing happens for that one. But as I'm not dying just now, I cannot tell you. Yes.
Even we know who we are, we still living in the body-mind, and we still have thoughts and
the body and mind,
emotion.
yes, of course. It's, they say, no, you are, how you say, liberated while alive, while being alive. It is an expression. Some they free themselves at the moment of death, and some before death, and some after incarnations. To speak like that.
And if you have the realization in life,
that's what I say.
You don't come back.
What makes you come back? What makes you take a birth, do you think?
Enjoy life.
So everybody will have a different answer. For you it's that. I hope you enjoyed enough now. You enjoyed enough.
Enjoy enough.
Oh, good. Then you can come to this. Yes. Yes. Fulfill the purpose of your life, which may be directly the realization of the self. If not, do it quickly in order to be loving this inquiry. Yes, it happens like that.
So you still feel hunger sometimes, or thoughts, or
Totally.
Totally.
Yes. Ask my dear ones.
Sorry?
Ask my dear ones, my intimate ones. This body and mind is a disease of hunger, and whatnot, I mean. It doesn't die. It has to continue, no? A little more hunger, please, because otherwise it has to die.
So if self-realization is not event, how can you know if you...
There is an event. There is an event of split-second event. There is a split-second event.
Sorry?
There is a split-second, or it's a way to just a click of event. Yes, okay. But you, at that moment, you don't take the event for it, but Yeah, it's like that. You can see, you know the life of Ramana Maharishi?
Uh-huh.
You saw his description. At some moment, like that, he saw, I'm not the body. I realized.
Somehow in my past I felt that I understood very clear everything, and it was a big joy, and it was very clear.
Yes. But you had to fulfill your desire to enjoy, so it was veiled again. And now you come back to this because you enjoyed enough.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
You can continue maybe. I have shortened you.
Yes. Just after that, some bad news, some things that I didn't accept, made me feel again in the same state of body-mind.
Yeah. So you see, to say, everybody can have some glimpse out of the blue in his life, and there are a few who have that very young. I don't know if it was your case. Out of the blue you can have glimpse of, as you say, of the totality of something, a huge deep understanding. But as it was a glimpse, and as there was a desire to take birth, different than to self-realize, it's a glimpse, so it's still a state of mind. So it is veiled by what you wanted to fulfill, and when it's fulfilled, more or less, you come to this, to hear, to remember, to go back to who you are really, which was your first happiness, your first loving attraction, probably. So must be a bit familiar to you, but you have not known how it happened to you because it was out of the blue. So here in Satsang I explain how to go back from where you always are. So it's a funny sentence, and yet one believes so much he's not yet himself, the beauty of himself, that I have to take into account the illusion we carry. And the illusion, the first illusion is to think, to be I. I became I by birth. But who you really are is prior any event, including the birth. So stay there. No. If you say I will, you will not. You do. Now. Because the time always will catch you. It's now. Otherwise it doesn't happen.
Ganga, last time you was speaking about love.
Me? Okay.
Yeah. So
I spoke about love. I spoke about love. It's difficult to speak about love. How can I speak about love? There was an object of that love?
No. Why I would ask you that question?
You see, when I watch my master, I see that the unconditional love means he deals with anybody with equality, springs love out of what he is. It looks like an expression, natural expression when you abide in yourself. Like compassion. You see, people want to understand what's compassion before realizing. It's not possible. It's like an unconditional charisma, but natural, out of self-realization, which comes more or less with more or less intensity according to the body which is there. So all those qualities are a bit like expressed easily, but they just come when there is no interferences of someone. Have a beautiful evening, afternoon.